Let's address the biggest elephant in the room right now. Do I regret cutting my hair? I actually got my dream job. I've definitely been on a healing journey and it has been painful, I don't want to lie. Me being in Cape Town for the most part of my journey was survival mode. My mental health really suffered this year. Bestie, we need to talk. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Natalie and you're right on time to get caught up with what the helly is going on. And to my returning subscribers, hello. I know you probably feel like you're looking at a ghost, but it is me in the flesh. A lot has been going on, and that is actually why I wanted to do this video, so that we can just have a cute little chit chat, catch up with me while I do my makeup. As you can see, we're not in our usual background, we're actually at a hotel, period, because the good Lord is so good and I am starring in a reel or like social media video for this hotel, so that's why I am staying here. And yeah, there's a live music night going on tonight, so that's actually what I am getting ready for. So I just want to do my makeup while we catch up about where the heck have I been. And don't mind me if I am looking here, because this is where my mirror is and that's how I'm going to be doing my face. Okay, so let us actually just put the hair back so we can get into it. I'm also so sorry for the lighting and like the shadows and everything. I'm trying to work with what I have because the lights are above me and I'm not at home, so I don't have any of my own lights, so I hope that you will just bear with me. I'm also actually trying to use my mirror to reflect the light so that it is properly on my face, because if it's not, then you see it's a bit dark. But yeah, that's on being a resourceful content creator, period. But anyways, let's get into it. So first things first, let's address the biggest elephant in the room right now, which is obviously my hair. Okay, this is actually harder than I thought because now I cannot see myself in the mirror. So sorry about these angles, please forgive me. But anyways, this isn't even a makeup video, this is a chit chat catch up video. The makeup is just so you have something to feast your eyes on while we indulge in the chat. So yeah, first of all, the elephant in the room, my hair. As you can see, I obviously have braids now, which does mean that I chopped my locks off. I cut my hair and I am now back in my braids era. Do I regret cutting my hair? Hell no. I literally thought I was gonna regret it. I thought I would feel sad, I thought I would cry, I thought, you know, I'd feel something. But honestly, I feel fine, I feel great. I feel like it was the best decision for me. Why did I cut my hair? Honestly, I just wanted change. It's not even anything too deep. I really just wanted change. I missed being able to change my hair, to wear different hairstyles, to look like a different person. Yes, you can. Oh! Oops. Yes, you can definitely style your locks if you would like to, but I didn't style my hair that often, and also crocheting is extremely painful, and I just felt like I had a good run with the locks. Plus, the locks was never my like final destination hairstyle. Like, it was just a season, it was just an era, and that era is now done. I did not keep my locks, I threw them away, so I will not be doing them again. I think I'd probably just do 4 locks, but I don't think I would permanently go back to locks. I really appreciate the flexibility of being able to change my hair. The day you guys see me in a bust down install, protect your eyes because they might just fall off. But yeah, and then on a more deeper level, I know I did say that cutting my hair was not that deep, which for the most part it was not that deep, but on a deeper level, if we do want to get deeper, you know that saying that says a girl who cuts her hair is about to change her life? I was low-key feeling that. I cut my hair, I think the end of May, beginning of June, so it was around 6 months into the year, and I just felt like, you know what, it's time for something new, something fresh, you know. So yeah, I kind of was also feeling that like it's time for change. I just felt like I was in a transition in my life as well, just reclaiming my identity and just deciding to be a new person. Why is it that when you do your face on camera you literally forget how to do your face? Like, what is going on? Like, what am I supposed to do next? Anyways, yes, I wanted to also grow out my hair, grow out my afro. I missed my afro, and I am going to grow out my afro to relax it. I basically just want to have all of the hairstyles I feel like I've missed out on having. So yeah, I'm going to grow out my afro, make it nice and big and poofy and lovely, and then I'm definitely going to relax it and enjoy my relaxed hair era. And then if I get bored of the relaxed hair era, chop my hair off again and start again and be a natural babe. I just realized like hair is not that deep, and cutting my hair also helped me realize that it really is not that deep. Like, it is going to grow back. You're still going to look beautiful with short hair. I think that's another thing that I was kind of worried about, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to look like a little boy, you know. And you know what, to be honest, sometimes yes, I do feel like I look like a little boy when I have like my short cute little fro out, but sometimes I have my short cute little fro out and still feel absolutely beautiful. So yeah, it's just about, your hair does not define you basically. So yeah, chop it off if you'd like and just reclaim your confidence, reclaim your identity, just, you know, do you. But yeah, that's essentially why I cut my hair. And yeah, I felt like I was at a transition period in my life, and I just wanted to do something externally to mark that transition that was happening internally. But for the most part, it was just, I missed doing other hairstyles. And yeah, so this is my second hairstyle since cutting my locks. My first hairstyle was bohemian braids. Of course, I had to get the bust down boho braids as an entrance, a banger start to being back in my other hairstyles era. Guys, doing your makeup and talking is actually so difficult, because what am I even saying? What am I even doing? Goes to show I am so out of practice. But anyways, yeah guys, my hair is cut. Let me know what you think of the new hairstyle in the comments. Would love to know. Then next up, let us talk about work, which is obviously a huge part of my life. I am still in Cape Town, praise the Lord. I actually got my dream job, praise the Lord again. I actually need to record that testimony still, and I am most likely going to post it, not most likely, I am going to post it on my TikTok, just to really share how your God really comes through. And I am just honestly so grateful. So I am working in influencer marketing. I am working as a junior campaign manager at like such an amazing company, and I am looking forward to growing in my role, growing in the company, and I'm really happy to be working. I know if you've been on my channel for a while, then you know like how I feel about 9-to-5s. And in 2022, I actually quit my job to go full-time content creator, or to at least like attempt to go full-time content creator. But I think it's not necessarily that I hated 9-to-5s, but I think I just was not working in, I was not operating in my gifts, in my strengths, and just feeling valuable, you know, in some of the jobs I was doing. So now I literally feel like I'm in a place where I can show off my strengths, where I can contribute valuably to the company, where I can thrive. Guys, I literally feel like I am thriving in my role. I feel like I am doing so well. And yeah, my 3-month probation is up, and by the goodness of the Lord again, I will be getting a permanent contract next week, and I am so excited to review it and sign on the dotted line. Oh, God has been so kind to me. Like, getting a job has been a stress, especially getting a job in Cape Town. Luckily, I got a lot of freelance roles when I was done with my influencer school program, and that also was just God's grace. So I got a lot of freelance roles that, you know, kept me going, especially financially, while I was waiting for a job. But now I finally got a permanent job, and it's also just nice because I feel like now I can properly plan my life. Obviously I am getting older, or like I'm growing, and I've really just been thinking about things like my financial goals, things like, you know, what I want out of life, you know. So it's so nice to now have a permanent job that will enable me to properly plan my life. And like being a freelancer, you don't really know where your next check is coming from, you don't really know how much you're gonna make in a certain month and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited to be in a position where I can properly plan my life and start working towards my financial goals, you know, start saving, start just, yeah, figuring out what I want out of this life. I also really want to travel. So yeah, I'm excited to have a steady salary. So in terms of working life, we are now back to work, and I'm super excited, guys, to start Working Girl Diaries. I am so excited for that. I think you guys are also going to really love and enjoy those vlogs, and I'm just going to take you behind the scenes of influencer marketing. And if you want to become a content creator, they're going to be really helpful. I'm just going to sprinkle some industry tips and tricks in those vlogs. But for the most part, I just really want you guys to be a part of this new chapter, because you've seen me through it all. Like, you've seen me quitting my job, you've seen me try to do content creation, you've seen me trying to figure out my life in Cape Town, and now it finally feels like things are slowly but surely coming together. And I would love to go on this new journey with you as well. And yeah, I'm going to be starting a new playlist for my Working Girl Diaries, and also continue just showing you guys life in Cape Town and all of that good stuff. In terms of my content creation career, because that is also work, all I can do is sigh, really. I've been doing content creation for a long time. I think my first YouTube video I filmed when I was 19, and I am now 25. And I still don't feel like I'm even anywhere close to where I would like to be. Yes, there are some seasons when I don't put in the work like I should, like this past 3 months that I have ghosted YouTube and just disappeared. But obviously there was a lot going on, like life happens, you know what I mean? But yeah, YouTube is something I always find myself coming back to, and I hope one day that this platform will love me back, you know, like a young 10,000 subscribers. Like, I just really want to go far in this career, and it just feels like, you know, I'm just not getting there, you know. I understand that obviously things happen in their own timing and God's timing, but sometimes it really sucks to put so much time, energy and resources towards something and just not see the fruits of that labor. Like, I also want to be flown out by YouTube, you know. I want to be flown out by YouTube. I want to be speaking on panels and talks. I want to be, you know, I want to have a community of girlies and guys that just really, is this the next step for real? I think so. That just really love and enjoy my content, you know, and that like want to see me win, and that, you know, I just really want to have that community, I think, more than anything. And it just felt like it was not happening for me. You know, I think I need to take off these earrings for now, because I don't want to get makeup on them. But yeah, it just felt like it was not happening for me. But I'm still just going to keep on keeping on and see what happens. But yeah, at least I've passed 10K on one platform, which is my travel and lifestyle TikTok page. We now have 12.7 thousand followers on there, and I'm so grateful to God for that. Hopefully the campaigns will now start, you know, rolling in. But yeah, we are still pushing on the other platforms. So do your girl a favor, share this channel with someone you think would also enjoy it, with your girls, with your friends, you know. Let us grow the channel. And I know obviously that I need to do my part. It just, you know, it gets discouraging naturally as a human being, but we keep pushing. We literally keep pushing. And yeah, we do our best and God will do the rest. So I don't think 2025 is my breakout year or year of content, but also this year I really have not put in the work as much as I did last year, so I can't even be mad. We will try again in 2026, guys. Maybe 2026 will be on the road to 100k, like who knows. But yeah, I know my face looks so orange and so crazy right now, but just trust the process. Also, in terms of work, another thing I've just been thinking about, especially when I got my job, was also just wondering, like, where do I want to be in the future? You know, like, obviously I have got my dream job now and I'm so grateful to God, and I feel like I'm going to be at that company for a while, like a couple of years. But obviously when all is said and done, it's kind of like, okay, what do I want, like, for me in the long term? Who do I see myself being? You know, do I still want to be a full-time content creator? Do I want to, you know, start some kind of a business? Do I want to be a stay-at-home wife? I mean, that would be lovely. I'm kidding, girls. Always have your own little something, even if you are a stay-at-home wife. But yeah, I've just been thinking about my future. You know, do I want to stay in Cape Town? Do I want to move overseas? Do I want, like, what do I want, you know? But I'm literally also just figuring it out a day at a time and trying not to pressure myself too much. It's like the balance of not pressuring yourself to have everything figured out, but also not neglecting to think about the future and your plans in your life so that you can work towards those things, you know, because how do you work towards something you don't know, if that makes sense? So yeah, future wise, I've also just been thinking about that. And yeah, also while we are on the topic of content, I discovered, or I think I've always known, but like I feel like I've got such a passion for young women and God and faith. And another thing I would like to do or get into is just tap into that passion and just do like purposeful work, in the sense that I would just like to bring more young women to God and help them better their relationship with God. And that is why I had actually started a faith-based podcast. If you know, you know. However, you guys, the spiritual warfare of 2025 was crazy, literally crazy. I also just started like having so many doubts, you know, and just feeling like, am I the right person for the job? Like, am I qualified enough to help walk women on their faith journey? And you know, I was just having all of these thoughts, and to be honest, I still have them. But I do believe that, you know what, if God has called you to something, then He has qualified you. You know, He qualifies the called. So I just need to get out of my own head and actually do what I feel like the Lord has called me to do, and also would just like to use my gifts to glorify God, you know. It's not every day just face beats and voiceovers, like let this voice lead people to the Lord, you know. But anyways, yeah, so I started a faith-based podcast and I also ghosted that one. Yo, it is so bad. 2026 needs to be a better year for me, for real. But it is something that I genuinely want to work towards and try. And not only do I want it to be a podcast, but like it would be nice if it can become more so like a community, because I'm really passionate about community. And again, if you've been here for a while, then you would have known that I had a content creator community. It was called Creators of Africa. It was really great for its time. I feel like it served its purpose and in its season. Yeah, so I've always just been passionate about community, and so now I would really love to build a community of young women on their faith walk and growing closer to God. So yeah, that is something I am still like working towards, so I'm not gonna give up on that one. I am going to keep on keeping on. I will put the link to the podcast in the description box. So if that's you, bestie, and you feel like you're the target audience, please do give it a watch or a listen. It is also on Spotify and Apple podcast. But yeah, that's another update. We started a faith-based podcast for women. Exciting times. And while we're talking about faith-based podcasts, let's talk about spirituality. This year, one of my biggest goals, actually, and that's probably also why I did not do too much in terms of content or working towards material goals and stuff, is because my biggest goal this year was actually just to become a better person. And I know that sounds literally like so corny, but genuinely this year I was like, I'm not pushing material goals too much. Like, I actually just would love to deepen, grow my relationship with God, and I feel like I was successful at that. Like, I read the Bible more than I usually do. I, went to church. I worshipped a lot more. I leaned on God a lot more. I invited Him into all of my decisions. I stopped trying to do life by myself. I had the courage to start the podcast, to like walk in my gift and really just live a life laid down for God, and to really try and live a life of obedience. That does not mean I'm a perfect person. It just means that I'm a woman after God's own heart, okay? And yeah, so this for me would be a successful year. This was also a year for me of healing, just from so many pains and hurts, childhood trauma, love trauma, or whatever, like just all of the painful things I've been through in life. This is also a year of healing, just having God hold my hand through healing. And truly, His word says He's close to the brokenhearted. He was very close to me today, well, He was, but in general He was close to me. So yeah, this was also a year of healing for me, and I did a lot of healing work, even though sometimes you can't afford like to go to therapy and things like that, but like you can journal. We have AI these days. We have so many. I feel like my makeup is looking crazy on camera, but anyways, let's just keep going and we shall see. But yeah, I was saying, I feel like we have so many resources at our disposal. Like, we have AI, we have articles, we have therapists on social media, and some of those things, obviously they don't constitute for professional advice. You would obviously be advised to go to a professional, but when you can't afford to go to a professional, like, you literally have to make do with what you can, read books, ask the right questions, etc., etc. There was actually a therapist on Instagram that had put up prompts that like you could ask AI to help you like think deeper or journal deeper or just get to understand yourself more. So I've definitely been on a healing journey, and it has been painful. I don't want to lie, it has been very painful. The growing pains of this year have been a lot, but it has also been so worth it, because I've just seen like certain issues with myself or certain things I struggle with, and just being able to handle situations differently, like, oh, the way I would have handled this last year versus how I'm handling it this year. Just seeing my growth in that regard has honestly been so amazeballs. So yeah, we have been healing, we have been thinking about what we want life to look like, and I think in this season I have so much clarity, praise the Lord. I literally have so much clarity about who I want to be, and as much as, yes, I'm figuring it out in terms of the specifics and the nitty-gritty details, but on a like overall note, I feel like, oh, this smells so good. I know like who I want to be, who I want to become, what kind of life I want to live, what I value, what's important to me, what's not, and also just healing certain pains, not reacting in certain ways, and just, just growing, honestly, seeing the things that I could work on and working on those things, and just like I said, becoming a better person, honestly, which was my goal for this year. So this year would be a successful year for me, even if materially I did not, reach certain material goals. Yeah, also while I was talking about healing and stuff, in my last live updates, I did let you guys in on the fact that your girl was a lot heartbroken, really thought I had made the love of my life here, but I was wrong. And healing is it's not a linear journey. It's really up and down, and it takes a while, but yeah, your girl is still single, but honestly I'm just believing and trusting God to bring my kingdom spouse, period. And I thought of that because I was talking about clarity, and I feel like I have so much clarity. Like, I know the type of person that I am looking for, like, to the T. I know what my non-negotiables are. I know, like basically when I meet that person, I will know, you know. So I am honestly believing in God and having faith for marriage. I really do want to get married. I know a lot of people in this generation are kind of over the marriage thing. They're not about it, not really about like the family life and all of that good stuff. But as for me and my house, we will praise the Lord. But you know what, I need a me and my house. So yeah, I'm still believing in God for marriage, and I would love to meet my kingdom spouse soon. Like, I wish I had a tracking number on his location, because I feel like I am ready for that next like season in my life. It's just nice to have someone to do life with, you know. And I've also matured to the point where marriage is no longer just about me and my someone making me happy and romance and butterflies, but it's actually about breaking generational curses. It's actually about building legacy. It's actually about generational wealth. It's actually about generational health also, and wellness and mental wellness. And it's actually about a kingdom purpose. It's actually about, you know, coming together with a person for you guys to both fulfill your kingdom purposes. Oh, I need to charge my camera. BRB. Hey, the lighting here is really not helping with my makeup, but hopefully it will all come together. Anyways, and yeah, my makeup is looking crazy on camera, but I will hopefully show you in better lighting, or maybe from a different angle, how it looks. What was I saying? So yeah, when it comes to love and relationships, I am just trusting the Lord God, because guys, the dating pool out there is honestly scary, and it's really just one of those things where it needs divine intervention. Like there is nothing we can do on our own. We have tried. It's time to let the Lord in. It's time to let the Lord in. What else can we talk about? Okay, while we're on relationships, let's also talk about friendships and life in Cape Town in general. So, happy news, one of my close friends moved to Cape Town, and that was honestly the best news I have ever heard in my entire life. It also low-key kind of felt like God being like, you know what, like, if you can't like find friends or make friends in the city, I am gonna bring your friends to you. And shout out to God for that. So I'm really happy, and that was just the best thing to ever happen to me. And yeah, so we've obviously been hanging out and stuff, and it's just been so nice to have a familiar face, because it's one thing to make new friends, but it's so nice having friends that you already have, because obviously with new friends it takes time to build a special close bond, you know. It doesn't happen overnight. So yeah, friendships are a work in progress. It's not, you know, something that just happens overnight. And I think especially now that I'm just in a different season in life, you know, like I'm looking for godly friends, godly community, you know. I want friends that I can read the Bible with, friends that are going to encourage me in the Lord, friends that are living a certain lifestyle, you know, friends that I can contribute to the conversation in, friends that understand me, I understand them, friends that just have the same values, you know. So you win some, you lose some along the way, but you just keep it pushing, basically. But yeah, I'm also now trying to be a bit more open to making new friends, or not open, but more intentional. So like I see in Cape Town, there's like women's hiking groups, there's social groups, you know, there's all of these different kind of groups. And it's just like, I'm actually now open to meeting new people. Not open, I've always been open, but like I'm more intentional about meeting new people. So it's like I actually want to join those groups and, like, you know, go hiking with the girls, go for brunch, go for whatever. Making friends was also a financial challenge, in the sense that me being in Cape Town for the most part of my journey was survival mode. Like, I was really just worried about paying bills, buying groceries, doing all of that stuff. I didn't have time to think about cute lunches and going on, you know, cute girly dates and all of these things, because I just had real life stuff to deal with. So yeah, I also did not want to like start friendships and things like that and then be that person that's always like, oh no, sorry, I can't make it, sorry, I can't come, sorry, I can't come, sorry, I can't come. And not because I don't want to come, but I actually cannot afford to come. You know. So I was also kind of wary of making new friends because of that. In reality, like, your finances should not determine whether or not you have friends or can make friends. But I think just from a personal point of view, like, you just don't want to be that friend that can never show up to things, and it just makes you feel left out at the end of the day, because all your other friends will just make memories without you. And you also don't want to feel like a charity case. You don't want to feel like, you know, there's just so much that comes with finances and friendship. So it's better to make friendships when you're in a little bit of a better place. But yeah, we are making some really nice friends in Cape Town, and like I said, I am, now that I have more brain capacity to think about things like that, gonna more intentionally put myself out there, you know, and hopefully get a better Cape Town experience. My experience in Cape Town, like, it still is my dream city. I love Cape Town so much. I love the energy here. I love the lifestyle. I just, I love it down. And yeah, I'm still happy here. I don't think about going back to Johannesburg. I don't have any plans of going back to Johannesburg. I sometimes think to myself, like, if I was to leave Cape Town, then like I'd have to go overseas, because I don't think I can live in another South African city and be satisfied after experiencing Cape Town life. So yeah, it's just about making Cape Town work for me in terms of like finding the right community and friends. And hopefully my husband can show up soon, so that, you know, I just have a partner in crime. And everything wants to fight me doing this video. So sorry about that. But yeah, I'm at that point where it's just about making the Cape Town experience work for me. I don't want to have blush blindness, but I literally cannot see in the lights. We have changed the location a little bit. I'm so sorry. I don't know why this video is so chaotic. Oh, I need my mirror. But anyways, we're almost done. I low-key feel like this is better. I should have just did my makeup here. But anyways, we move. So yeah, I'm just in the stage of making Cape Town work for me, but I am still loving it. And I think now, obviously, that things are looking up, me getting a permanent job and all, things will start to look up. In terms of accommodation, I'm still living in shared accommodation, and so I'm also I'm also still believing God for my own apartment. I feel like that is really one of the only things I feel like is missing. This color is not showing. And then yeah, I don't actually think there's anything more to catch you guys up on. I think at this point you should be pretty caught up, and all the vlogs coming after this should make sense, because obviously you are caught up and you know what's happening. I just didn't want to randomly start vlogging and be like, come to work with me, and you're like, when did we get here? I know this thing broke. But yeah, I didn't want to just start my working girl diaries and then it would be like, I know, when did we get here? So that's why I thought this little update would be cutesy. This lip thing is not working. I need the brown one. Of course I cannot find it, so I'm just gonna use eyebrow. Oh Lord, so many things are falling. I'm just gonna use the eyebrow pencil because I cannot find the actual thing, the actual lip, whatever. So yeah guys, that is basically all that I have to say and update you with. So yeah, I am going to try my best to keep pushing the YouTube content creator dream also to get into my podcast era properly, and to just get back into discipline and all of that good stuff. Oh, another thing we didn't touch on, but something that I struggled with, was my mental health this year. Oh my god, this year literally, like, the spiritual warfare was intense. It was insane. That's also another reason why I had been gone for so long, because I was just getting the most crazy attacks. Ugh, this needed my brown lip liner, like the proper one, because now the lip combo is not giving what it usually gives, you know what I mean? Today's honestly not the best makeup day, but at least you had something to watch while while I wrap. But yeah, let us wrap up. So yeah, my mental health really suffered this year more than usual. Like, I think the last time I had a really bad mental health episode was literally like when I was in high school. That was like the worst it had ever gotten, and then this year is second to that. So that just goes to show how bad it really was, and another reason why I had just took a step back, because I was like, damn, I am going through it. But yeah, again, working on the healing, the spiritual growth, all of that definitely helped me, and I am a much stronger person by fire, by force. Because one thing about growing pains, challenges, they will make you resilient, literally by fire, by force. So yeah, but I'm in a better space now mentally as well. I feel like I'm coming back to myself. I feel like I'm having capacity to be more productive, to work towards my dreams, to feel that motivation again. Because when you struggle with your mental health, sometimes it literally feels like nothing matters. You're so numb to everything. You don't care about anything. You don't care about your goals. You don't care about your content. You don't care about your work, your life in general, you know. So finally being in a better mental space, I think, is going to help me also come back to my goals, my dreams, and all of that good stuff. But yeah guys, this is the final look. It's not as great as I hoped it would be, or maybe it's this lighting. I think it is the lighting, because yeah, the lighting just sucks. However I tried my little best. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed catching up with me, and I'm really looking forward to taking you guys with me to work and just my day-to-day life. Also, speaking of challenges, my phone broke. So like, my phone camera literally broke. Where is my phone? So I can show you guys. Yeah, my phone camera literally broke. And that is the camera, that's the normal camera, the 1x camera. So I can't film anything on my phone, literally. And the idea of having to set up a whole production with a camera just to film a simple reel honestly had me demotivated. And also my camera charger is MIA, and I was struggling with camera chargers. Like, yeah, everything was just fighting me from all angles, you know. But hopefully by God's grace, I will be able to buy a new phone and get a camera charger or a battery or something. I don't know, but I need some stuff. Also, my microphone is broken. So many content things were just fighting me. However, we are back and we are better. The things are not yet fixed, but by God's grace they will be fixed. And I just really want to show up for myself for the rest of this year and just give it my best, because honestly, it's not over until God says it's over, and it's not over until it's the 31st of December, and I serve a God of the 11th hour. I literally moved to my dream city. I literally got the opportunity to move to my dream city in December of 2024. So honestly, God can still make things happen. So I'm going to do my best and trust him to do the rest. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. Hope you enjoyed catching up with me. Hope you like the new hairstyle. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I hope you're excited for our working girl diaries. And yeah, happy to be back. And back does not mean that I will be uploading every single week. No, back is not any promises of consistency. I'm just saying I'm happy to be back in the mental space to be able to show up for YouTube, if that makes sense, as and when I can. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in my next ones. Thanks for watching. Bye.